So, welcome to Sit and Talk Barrel thing.
I think we were going for keg chat when we last talked. Name
Keg
pending.
chat.
Yeah, we've already got a name for it. If you've got a good name for this, put it in the comments. There you go. Engagement.
Keg chat's not high bar.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically just guys who just sit and listen to us natter about what we're up to.
And things.
We try to do these about once a month. We didn't quite find time last month due to scheduling conflicts.
Start of the month this month, so maybe we'll get one.
Yeah. We are empty chairing Sophie, as you can see. She unfortunately couldn't make it, but we have her instead, which I personally think is an upgrade.
I'm personally happy you've said that.
Good. We're on the same page. Yeah, so basically, if you're new to these, we just basically talk about where we got to with our hobby, what we're working on, what we're working on, interesting news,
The hobby.
what we're working on for the channel, and so on. And then, yeah, what's coming up in the future.
Events and such.
Yeah. So should we kick off with a hobby update?
Sure.
Dan, what have you done?
I've got some spaceships now.
Yes.
Admech. You'll get some close. We'll overlay some closer up shots than this.
Yeah, we asked, didn't we, last chat, or rather I said, I want to play Gothic.
I'm going to play Gothic.
Sophie won't let me unless the people say they want to see it, and yeah, we had some comments saying go ahead, so you've had some ships printed, I've had some ships printed.
I've got some printed as well.
You've got some ships printed, we're going to coax Sophie into it.
So it's getting some ships printed.
I've had the rulebook printed, so this is Battlefleet Gothic Remastered. It's updated version of the game made by the fans in like 2010, I think, and then consolidated into one book. It's actually a lovely book.
It's really nice.
Yeah, like you could very easily convince someone this is a real GW book.
Yes, I've got an Admech fleet. I've only got 5 ships at the moment, but I'm getting. We did it. Basically, I was looking at the rules and I go, this without playing it, this doesn't make any sense. So Alex, make me a small list.
Yeah,
we'll play a game and then I'll understand the rules and I want to play it more. And that happened, and now I want to play more.
yeah, I let him win. I thought he's got to enjoy the game, so I've got to allow him to. So I made some tactical errors on purpose, and as a result, he's now hooked.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's weird, you do that in most games.
I do, yes. I'm instilling in you a sense of false confidence.
Why do you do that to everyone?
I'm just very generous. I don't want anyone to have a bad time, so I throw most games I play, but I could definitely beat you if I tried.
I believe you.
Yes. So, soon I'll put my money where my mouth is, and you'll see some Battlefleet Gothic games on the channel.
And maybe some Alex victories. Who knows?
Wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, it's quite nice there. But yes, I've got Admech ships.
Yeah, so you're on 750 points at the moment.
Yes, and I've got probably going to get some cruisers and some battleship.
Get an Arc Mechanicus.
Yeah, mechanical. Mechanopus.
Arc Platypus.
Yeah, Platypus.
Yes, good. That's the new name.
Yes. Archmech Platypus.
So you've worked in your Gothic.
Yes. They printed them, painted them. One of them's it's a bit of a bow in the ship, but you know.
That's fine, I can shoot around corners.
It's structural.
For manoeuvring around asteroids.
Like a straight line isn't very strong, but a curved line is also not very strong.
Very good.
It looks fine. In fact, they probably wouldn't have noticed the bowing if you had mentioned it, but now all of our eagle-eyed
You've got to remember these are
looking
like miles long. Like,
oh yeah,
if you're walking along these corridors, you're not going to notice there's a mild bow in it.
yeah, exactly. The tech priest when they built it went, should we tell them? That's fine, they won't notice.
They'll be up close and personal. It's fine. Also painted a bunch of custodies since the last time. I've got my Killer's Dreadnought and these bikes. I think were in process last time. And they're now actually done.
Yeah, they
very
look
nice.
Really nice.
There's still some more bits I need to do across the whole thing. Like all of them need the power weights.
Power weights.
Power
aids.
aids.
Yeah, the power weights done.
Yes.
Yes.
Custodians drink Powerade.
Yes.
Can you still buy Powerade? Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
It's still going? Okay.
Sort of thing. Not that old yet.
Yeah. In the year 40,000,
Yeah.
you can still drink Powerade.
Exactly.
Good.
But yes, still need to do some weathering and some power blades on all my custodes, but I want to do all those at once, so I was waiting for the last few bits to get painted.
Yeah, makes sense.
And finally, not this thing.
Yeah.
What is that thing?
It's...
I'll tell you what it's not. It's not an STC's pattern standard direwolf.
Yeah, it's parts of a direwolf though, but also it's got claws and a tail. A horrible fleshy tail that's actually quite unsettling.
It's grotesque, I hate it.
It is grim.
Yeah, I don't want to say what it looks like. But
No, because we're a
Please
family-friendly channel.
Yes.
But there is an upgrade for Corrupted Titans. Is it fleshy protrusions? Or
organic protrusions.
organic protrusions?
So eventually I'm going to run this in a Rupturer. No, Ferox. I'm running it in a Rupturer today.
Yes.
But I'm going to run it in a Ferox with organic protrusions, just go around ramming things and shooting eyes into their bums.
No, you've done a really good job on it. The conversion really takes... When you were showing the bits off on our Discord, like in progress, I wasn't taken with the Tyranid bits, but you really made them work. And it's really stands out.
Thank you.
I need to remove it from the table as quickly as possible because I hate it. Owen, what have you painted?
I painted I've never been on here before, so I'm just going to tell you, I've painted an awful lot, it feels like, this year so far.
Yeah.
Basically an entire Ardo army. Like, some of it was painted before, and then I decided to spray over the top of it and paint it again.
In a very, very cool scheme.
Yeah, I'm really proud of how it's turned out. Like,
No, you should be.
you see some here, so very cool.
Really striking. It reads really well both close up and at a distance. Whereas you get some stuff, like that's how my models, I'll go, oh, I've spent ages blending this brown. Then from a distance you go, yeah, it's brown. Whereas, yeah, yours are striking from 6 feet away and also look good up close, so really nice work.
Yeah, I'm really happy with those. Got some Harlequins as well. They're sort of a similar scheme, but they're green, which also works really well. So yeah, that all works great and they look great together. That's the main thing as well.
Yeah.
Have got some ships that are fleet Gothic ships, as I said earlier. Got a Corsair fleet, another Corsair fleet.
Yeah.
Very different scheme from this. It's got bright orange, bright blue. Very, I like it. It's very cool.
They look very cool.
Yes, I think that's mostly it actually. I think that's all I've been painting.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of it, to be fair.
I've painted an absolute mountain of stuff this year.
And
Yeah.
chewed through it rapidly. Guys, you'll see the Eldar on a battle report shortly, probably after this goes up, in a week or two after that, against Dan's Custodes.
Yep.
So that's one to look out for. And yes, when we do start fielding Gothic, which will be soon, brackets TM, we'll see the Corsair fleet as well. I can't stand them because they don't play like normal spaceships. They take every rule and they ignore them.
That's not necessarily true.
Okay, do they follow the normal rules for movement?
No.
They follow the normal rules for shooting?
No.
Does their ordnance behave normally?
No.
Do their shields work normally?
They don't have shields.
Exactly.
Okay, fair point.
No, I kid. I'm looking forward to playing them again because our practice game was good fun, even if neither of us knew what we were doing.
Yeah, we didn't know half the rules either. We
Yeah.
found out later on. So, we'll have to play the actual game of Gothic at some point.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess.
I'm sure when we put the videos up, you're going to say you're getting these rules wrong and so on.
Oh yeah,
That's part of the fun. We can then learn and do better and so on.
absolutely.
And it drives engagement.
We're doing it on purpose.
Yes.
You are.
It's like, you know how I lose games on purpose? I also get rules wrong on
And you
purpose.
cheat on purpose.
It's tricking
Yes.
you to commenting is telling you it's
Actually,
wrong.
I'm actually really good at Warhammer in all of its aspects, but I do it badly deliberately because it drives engagement with the channel.
And makes other people feel good.
Yes, exactly. I'm just a font of generosity.
That's what I
Definitely a font.
Yes.
What
As
about
for
you,
me,
Alex?
not a lot really. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where May went. No, June and May. God,
No. Yeah.
June. Yeah, we're filming this in July. June's gone by, and I know where it went. I painted a significant chunk anyway of a Tau army, which is not here. 'Cause it's not mine. A friend and I did a full Tower Commission army for Gareth, who may have seen the channel with his Sister Battle and his Gargants. He also now owns a Tower army, so Matt.
And he also owns
Sylvaneth are a work in
Sylvaneth.
progress. They're
Sylvaneth
coming.
army, that's one.
But yes, he also wanted a Tower army, so a friend and I did it as a commission for him. The friend did most of the work. But I did some of it, so that's part of where my hobby budget has gone. Might have a few photos of them coming up, and if not, I'm sure you'll see them on the channel soon. In terms of my own stuff, I have painted a Venari banner blade.
It's very cool.
Thank
It's a
you.
very big banner.
It's a silly banner.
Twice their size.
Yes, very top heavy, and very difficult to transport and store and so on. Please don't. But he looks cool,
It's very cool.
and that's it. That's all the hobby I've done. I've got the spaceships out because they look cool, but I painted these ages ago, long before I convinced these two to play.
Just haven't showed them off yet.
Yeah, exactly. I say that I am probably about 2 painting sessions away from finishing 10 more Wardens, 5 more Dawn Riders, and a Ballista for my Lumineth. I'm painting them all at the same time, which is horrible, don't know why I did that. But it means that none of them are done, so I can't show anything off there. So, yes, for June, in terms of my own hobby, I painted a Banner Blade.
Ooh.
Yeah, good.
It's something.
It's something, and he looks cool at least.
Yeah.
Going on to what we're doing next. Oh, we should also mention again. Sophie couldn't be here due to transport issues. If you're in the UK, you probably figure out why. But she has done. What's she done again?
Imperial Fists?
Yes!
Fists.
She's got an Imperial Fist army now. We'll get more onto that in a bit. 'Cause
Yeah,
we can do a whole heresy,
And upcoming hobby projects and so on.
heresy splodge.
But she's done a couple of test models of Imperial Fist Terminators.
Flash those up now.
Is the singular Imperial Fists or Imperial Fist?
Imperial fingers.
Yeah. She's done 2 Imperial Fingers. Soon have a 5-finger
I don't think you can say
death
that.
punch of. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not on a channel like this. That's how you get closed down.
Yeah, that's a good
fair
point. And that's how we got cancelled.
Okay.
Nice one, Alex.
Yeah. Again, font of
Recancelled by
generosity.
Hmm.
So yeah, she's done a couple of Imperial Fists. They are beautiful. Really like the colour scheme. She's got a very particular yellow she wants to go for and has made it work.
I think she also painted some Zinch
Yes.
things. I don't know what they are, but they're things and they're Zinch.
No,
Are they-
me neither.
Screamers?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know,
The
actually.
flying fish ones.
I don't know. We'll put pictures up and
Yes.
you can figure them out.
Exactly.
I mean,
Zinch fans will recognise.
if you know what they are, then
Yeah.
you'll know what they are, and if you don't, then you didn't care anyway, and they just look pretty.
Exactly.
Oh, hello, Horus.
Hi,
Anyway.
Horus.
I don't think he's quite in shop. He's investigating the lights.
If
Talk
it
about
goes-
yourselves, guys. I will intercept the cat.
If it goes dark, it's a cat.
The cat.
For anyone who doesn't know, this is Horus Lupercat, because my partner let me name the cat when we got her.
That was daft.
Yes.
And she also painted some more Imperial Knights for Titanicus.
Yes, which we'll get some pictures up on as well, I imagine.
Flamey ones, maybe?
I think so.
Or castigators? I don't know.
She was thinking of trying an Ignis Maniple, I think, so she wants to get some of the little Flamer Knights done.
I don't care if they're Archerons.
I don't know, I don't speak Knight.
I believe they're Archerons,
This
or Archaeons, or Archerarions.
Yeah, some Knight Archers.
Yeah, some Knight Archers.
This is what she gets for not turning up. We just forget what she does. Yes. Ongoing or future in progress hobby projects? Should I go first?
Yeah, because I've got probably...
I've got this! Which is the right way up. It's not the right up. I've got this! Yes.
I mean, do we want to talk before? Do you want to mention this thing before we go on to...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, go on then. Yeah, fine. Put it back on.
Just to, upset you a little bit more. Because also this
We-
we're all involved in.
One.
Us. And
Yeah.
Sophie.
And Sophie, yes. So we'll go on. We'll discuss the tournament, then we'll go on to hobby projects. Then, so we went to a
This is in the
tournament.
past. We can do it
Yeah.
chronologically.
Yes,
For the
Yes.
magic of cinema, we can do it whichever order we like.
Yeah.
indeed.
But it makes sense if we do it in that order.
Yeah.
While speaking.
We went to a tournament, guys. We went to a 2,000 point
Team tournament.
team tournament.
You mentioned it last time, I believe.
Yes, I think we did,
Yes.
and we did very well for the most part.
Some of us did very, very well.
So the way it worked, there was a level of sort of strategy of deciding who went into what opponent. You put down a defender who could take on anyone in theory, and you then had your skew lists go into the enemy list. So it was quite tactical. A lot of it went over my head, but then we got some favourable games and some less favourable games.
Yeah.
I brought a mixture of Chaos Knights and World Eaters. Due to timing, both of them were using their old books.
So yeah, Chaos Knights would use the old book, but Imperial Knights were allowed to use the new one.
Yeah, because the Imperial Knights book was out, but the Chaos Knights book wasn't unless you bought the army box, and they didn't want to make it unfair on Chaos Knights players who had not bought the box. There were 2 Chaos Knights players. I bought the box, the other one had bought it twice, but that's not the point. So yes, I was running a last hurrah for One Moon Berserkers and Chaos Knights with less interesting rules.
How did you do overall?
I went 4-1 out of 5 games.
It's pretty good.
To be fair, some of it was because it was a skew list and they were putting me in 2 things that couldn't handle it.
Yeah, all the toughness 8.
Yeah, I had 2 drills, 2 big knights, 4 toughness 8 bricks. I think one game we put me into a lovely guy, I can't remember his name, but an orc player who I think had 2 anti-tank weapons, which I removed turn 1. And there were a couple of other games a bit like that, where it's how you play knights anyway, but it was very much going into favourable matchups. But I still think I played fairly well anyway.
Yeah.
So that was me. Owen, what did you bring?
I bought sort of a Craft World Harlequin Eldari list. I went okay. I think I went 2 and 3 overall, which I was really pleased with because I haven't won a tournament game before, and this is my second or third tournament overall. So yeah, I was super happy.
You had some close games as well. I
had
think your
some very
losses
close
were
games.
quite close.
Yours were a lot of close games.
Yeah, all my games were close. Sort of. Yeah, I ran into a lot of meta lists. I felt like there's a meta tier 2 list I played, which was horrific.
That was one of the worst lists I think we saw.
Worst list we've seen, yeah.
And I think you won that as a narrow victory.
No, I lost that one, but not by much. I beat the 15 Carnifex list.
Oh, that was the one.
That's the one I beat. Yeah.
That was the mid list I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, one guy brought just Carnifexes. Even my list was a ski list.
It was tough, but we won by 1 point, I think.
Yes. We'll go on to you in a moment.
Yeah.
Poor Sophie.
Yes, poor Sophie.
A moment of silence for Sophie.
Tiny violin.
You can skip it, but there's a moment of silence. Pause the video for a minute, out of respect for Sophie's 0-5 score.
Admech, Sadmech.
Admech, Sadmech, yes. She had a bad time. I think she can defend herself in the comments if she wants, but she wasn't. She tried a few things with her list that didn't work very well, realised halfway through the first game, oh, this isn't going to work. And because it was a 2-day, 5-game tournament, had to then play 4.5 more games with the same list.
Yeah, that's a bit rough.
Just pretty rough, bit demoralising.
She did in the last couple of rounds end up just going, screw it, I'll take all the really bad matchups.
Which did help us.
Just threw herself under the bus for us so we can have
I'm going to lose
matchups.
badly either way, so you guys really win these matchups.
Which we did, so...
Yes, which I think overall we came 4th.
Yeah.
Yes. To Sophie. For her sacrifice.
Sophie.
So she had a bad time. But there was a redeeming feature which we'll come to in a moment. And then Dan...
5-0 with Custodes.
5-0 with Custodes.
Even with the sort of current, or the sort of at the time nerfs of, what was it? Some of the strats going to once per game, losing OBSEC, and a couple other smaller bits.
Yeah, this was pre-data slate, but sort of an emergency nerf, wasn't it? To Custodes.
And I wasn't even taking Emperor's Chosen, which are the meta ones.
Well, you were taking an anti-Custodes list, if memory serves.
Mine was intended to be anti-Custodes, because I took Shadowkeepers, because I love Shadowkeepers anyway, they're really cool. But Shadowkeepers, it was kind of like I can just go kill all their Custodes characters, and I can just re-roll versus all their characters and reduce their attacks, so that was the intention. Didn't face any Custodes. I did face one Custodes, actually.
Yes.
But I won all my games. I think the worst game, actually, for me, was I was playing against Necrons. But it's a very skewed triple Catan, Nightbringer, Void Dragon, and Transcendent Catan, and I don't have any way to cause wounds out of phase, so they were just...
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were just not dying.
But you still won.
Spamming mortal wounds in my face. Yes. That was the closest game. I think I had like 4 models left at the end of that.
Yeah.
Which is not a lot for Custodes.
No, it's not for anyone, but particularly Custodes, there's not much left. But yeah, between you did very well, I did pretty well. You also, again, 2-3 is still quite respectable.
Yeah.
And poor Sophie. But overall, we came 4th out of how many teams?
10 teams, I think.
Yeah,
10, I
10.
think.
Yeah.
Just off the podium. But only I've got mine here because I live here. we did all get best painted team.
Yeah,
So we were super happy with that.
Yeah. It was really cool actually because every individual got a vote, but you voted for the best painted team rather than the individual army. So most teams had one really pretty army, but we had we had a really good standard across all 4 of ours, and we all got best painted team trophies.
I think we also did pretty well in. We did pretty well in the most sporting as well.
Yes.
Yeah. We didn't get the full stand readings for that, but I think
we were told that the team that got most sporting team said they picked us as most sporting team. So
that's good.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
It was an awful
really
lot of fun.
enjoyed the event. Very keen to do more, and now I've actually got some codexes.
You might be more competitive.
Speaking of segue, please look surprised. That's the right way up this.
Very good.
So, yeah. Segueing then into what we're doing next. Obviously, I play Chaos Knights, I play Chaos Space Marines, so it's a good time to be me.
You also play Chaos Demons, or you have Chaos Demons.
Yeah, but GW appear to have forgotten they exist, so we can ignore that.
There are no
Silence for
demons.
Chaos Demons.
They have had no change this year, as far as I know.
That's mad.
No points drops, not even mentioned in the balanced data slate.
Maybe they're coming soon.
Maybe the new Demon Prince that they announced hasn't come out, and the artwork, not the artwork, the photos of the Demon Prince in the Chaos Marine Codex are the old one.
Interesting.
So my guess is that new Demon Prince is going to come out with either Slaves to Darkness for Age of Sigmar, or might even be at that same time, Chaos Demons for 40k. Because I think photos got leaked, then GW did their thing of, oh, you've seen some leaked photos, alright, fine, here are some nice photos.
You've seen the potato print, now see the real one.
Exactly. So maybe they're not too far out, who knows. But for now, Chaos Demons, whatever. Chaos Knights, on the other hand, I've not had a game with them yet, but I'm really keen to. Once I finish my Lumineth, probably the Abominant is going straight to the front of the list, because that'll be a lot of fun to do the airbrush. And then my Chaos Space Marine Codex should be arriving today, and hasn't.
We can always hope.
Yeah. Once that arrives, I will of course be using that on the channel. I do have my my stopgap rules of World Eaters to use the new Codex. These rules are not very good, but the Codex
Well, they just
itself
reprinted
is.
Psychic Awakening.
Yes, this is the third reprint of the exact same rules.
Excellent.
It's quite about the same for NIDS.
Yeah, like nothing's changed. We now get a +1 attack, not just when we charge. We get it when we are charged as well, and I guess our Demon Engines get it. But and Berserkers are weird, and Khan is overcon. It doesn't matter. I'm looking forward to trying them regardless. I love my World Eaters, but I will also try some other legions. I've got a Huron Blackheart who's not seen daylight since 8th edition, so I'll try running Red Corsairs at some point.
You said you might be looking again at Abaddon.
I don't know. I like to think I'm better than that. But he also is really good. Well, what I'll probably do, I'll probably get the kit, because I wanted to do a nice, big, chunky Terminator Lord, convert him to be a World Eater's Terminator Lord with the biggest chain axe you've ever seen, and so on, and then run him as Abaddon if I lose too many games in a row. Because looking at what's leaked, Abaddon is possibly the best melee character in the game now, and is criminally undercosted. Makes Trajan look like a wimp. We'll see. I might get him eventually. But I'm now keen to paint 40k again, so I've got so many half-finished projects in the bottom of the cabinets. You can't see the bottom shelf, because the bottom shelf is the shelf of shame, where all the unpainted stuff is. But I've got down there some Possessed to do. I've got some Chaos Spawn. Chaos Spawn are great now. They're so funny. I love their rule of if you don't kill it when you shoot it or fight it, if you don't kill it, it just goes back to full health. Oh, great. Yeah, I know, right? I've got more cultists to do. I've got loads of stuff. So I am now very keen to paint more 40k. And in addition to that, I do have some Space Wolves. I have been cajoled, coerced, encouraged, and eventually had models bought at me for my birthday. So I do now have a handful of Space Wolves. I'm going to experiment with the colour scheme a bit, and then once I've settled on something, I'll probably get the Age of Darkness box. Kind of the only reason I'm really holding off is I want to see if they're going to bring out either any jump packs or close combat weapon upgrades. Because it's kind of weird that they haven't. That they've provided all the heavy weapons and special weapons, but nothing for melee. So I've not heard any rumours about that changing, so I might sit on the fence for a while. So don't hold your breath, but eventually 30k Space Wolves will be coming to the channel, and I'll experiment with painting them and see what sticks. Right, that's me. Oh, what are you working on?
No, it's not. You've got ships.
Ships. Oh, yes! I also have more spaceships.
Cool, that's it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I have a battleship. I've got a few more bits to paint up, and then, yeah, that won't take very long, so I can probably do up to about 1500 points of Battle Gothic. But we'll start with about 750. Now I'm done.
Excellent. So, What are my plans? I'm probably going to try and go up to 2,000 points of Harlequins. So that will involve buying a few Void Reavers and a few more just foot troops. And then painting some stuff we've already got. Like my bikes I'm painting, for example. So
Yeah.
painting those up. Beyond that, I don't really know, I'll be honest. So like a lot of my friends are going to Horse Heresy, as you'll see soon, I'm sure. I'm not so sure at the moment, and there's no elves in Horse Heresy, so that's a bit of a downer. But I do like World Eaters, so it might have to be World Eaters if I do get into it. But that's not going to be anytime soon, I'll be honest. That's going to be a next year sort of thing, if that.
I think you did say that you like the World Eaters because they're the only legion who basically told the Emperor to sod off when he turned up.
Yeah, basically.
They're really cool. I was very, very tempted to do World Eaters myself, but that'd be very cool if you do get into them.
Yeah, I think that's the long-term goal. All the new Chaos models look really cool as well, so there's priming on to start with Chaos 40k army, but that's not going to happen anytime soon either.
Yes, do it.
It's either that or World Eaters, I think. But so we'll see. But
Harlequins can use them in 40k.
Harlequins definitely for this year, I think.
Yeah. A few more ships for your fleet, maybe?
Yeah, if I get them vintage. Like, I've only played one game so far.
Do I get battleships?
Although I do have a battleship.
A battleship. It's also pretty good, from what I remember.
It also isn't really a battleship because it moves twice and has infinite turns.
Oh yeah, it's basically a cruiser.
Yeah. And by a cruiser, basically mean a fighter jet.
Yes.
But it's got, for Eldar, it's tough, heavily armed, and so on.
Yeah.
And somewhat bigger as well. The models, they look cool, and they're all third-party ones. But yeah, they look very cool. It'll be interesting to see.
How do Eldar feel about Nova cannons?
Feel away actually, because
Yeah.
we don't have shields. So we just ignore it. Like, if we take damage at all,
It just does D6. If it hits,
Oh,
it does
two-
D6 armor.
But they have a 2-up save.
we have to save on anything, including void.
Yeah. Because it's not what you think it is. They don't have shields, they have hollow fields. So you fire an overcannon, you score a hit, Owen rolls dice on a 2-up, you blow up a bit of space next to it.
Yep.
If you hit it, they are made of tissue paper, but you can't hit them.
Yeah, so it's fine. But yeah, probably some more Gothic ships at some point.
Yeah.
But I'd like to play some more games before I organise getting any more models.
One of those things that take no time at all to paint because they're
That's
this
true.
big. So you do like a primary colour, dry brush them, and they're pretty much done at that point.
Yeah,
so
I think I
big
painted 9 in one session we had.
Yeah.
Bit of Y5 in like an evening.
Yeah.
Speaking of, what are you working on, Dan?
What have I got? I need to finish off the Custodes, which is just basically a bit of weathering and paint on power blades at some point.
Mhm.
I've got another 2. I still need to paint up my 3rd Reaver and my 2nd Warlord, which I need to build actually. About 80. And a bunch of weapons for Reavers. What else have I got? I've got...
Didn't you accidentally buy another box of Horus Heresy?
Yeah, not another box. First box.
Oh, okay.
I bought the Age of Darkness box. And I'm doing Dark Angels, as I may have mentioned before. I'm sure I mentioned before.
I think in your last second talk you were saying you were thinking about it, and now you've done it.
You decided, yeah.
But I've got, I need to build those up. I need to figure out exactly which wing I'm going to build them as. Or which wing I'm going to build towards. Because I was originally thinking Iron Wing, but now I'm thinking more, I don't know.
Did they have different colour schemes in the Heresy, or are they all the same?
No, it's all the same scheme, but it's just more of what models you get.
Oh, okay. You don't have to worry about doing some greens, some blacks, some bones.
No, like the Death Wing have more like bone coloured panels because it's for some veteran thing.
Oh, okay.
You get a bone coloured panel for every time you've nearly died or you've completed a battle or something.
Right.
Okay, cool.
I can't remember. But yeah, it depends on what you get. Like if you're going Iron Wing, then I want loads of tanks. If I want Dread Wing, I get loads of destroyers and stuff.
It's more about what else to buy after you finish the Age of Darkness box.
Yes.
Cool.
Other than lots of cool weapons, because you're Dark Angels, you buy plasmas and Volkites everywhere. And
Yes.
You just tube everything. More Battlefleet Gothic probably on the way.
Yeah. I mean, I'm keen to, once we get to about a playable number of 1,500 points, look at other fleets, because again, they cost a pittance to print, they take no time to paint. Like, I'd like to get things like an Orc fleet for the channel, and see if Sophie or you, or either of you two want to pick another fleet as well, and do some campaigns. But yeah, we aim to get to about 1,500 first. That's probably about a good size for a game. Anything else? Or is that a
I
lot?
think that's it for me. We've got Soph, who's got Imperial Fists of Heresy being worked on. She got the Age of Darkness box. She's buying the rose cannons off me from my special weapons set, and she's got Kratos as well.
Yeah. That's a point as well. We did see, you've probably seen it yourselves if you play AOS, but the Tzeentch versus Lumineth box was revealed, so I don't think either of us are that desperate to get it, because a lot of stuff in it we've already got, but it will mean presumably a new battle tome, which will mean presumably a rearrangement of what's good and what's not, and then some interesting things to get. So certainly for me, I'll be getting some more Lumineth, and I imagine Sophie will be getting some more Tzeentch when it lands. I think that's it.
I think that is it.
Yeah. We've got the things we've got coming up. We've got.
Oh yes.
You've got the tournament coming up, haven't you?
Yes.
Yes. We did so well in our tournament. We thought we know how this works. Let's do our own.
There's 2 tournament things because we've got our tournament, which we'll talk about in a minute, but next weekend,
let's
week,
do that
which will
first.
be next week because this is going up hopefully tomorrow
Yes.
or maybe Monday.
Fingers crossed.
It's my guts. hopefully next weekend.
We are either at or we are going to
Reactor Meltdown.
Reactor
3.
Meltdown 3, Meltdown with a Vengeance.
Yes.
Yes. Max Modifiers, Adeptus Titanicus flagship tournament. Very much looking forward to that. It is 1850 points, so a bit bigger than most tournaments you've been to. Have you settled on a list, Dan?
Yes, I'm taking. Well, seeing how we're forming a game after this, I'll see how it goes. But the current plan is my Raptura list I ran before that had a Warhound in it, but swap the Warhound out for the Direwolf and see how that does.
I think there are going to be quite a few Direwolves at Reactor Meltdown, which is probably going to be a problem for me because I'm bringing an Externicus.
It'll be tough for them to get through to shut you down.
But if they do shut me down, they shut down one of my 3 models.
You can use your special loyalist change and order thing to get rid of the shutdown.
I have to do that at the end of the damage control phase. So if they first fire me,
Yeah, a lot of them will be on first fire.
we'll see.
It's
I might
only
be fine.
as tough as a Warhound.
Yeah, I might be fine. I might just have to kill them as soon as I see them. Again, we'll test how this goes in a battle report filming later today to see how an Externicus does against the Raptura with a Direwolf. I was thinking of bringing the Side Titan, but I've not really got the reps in with the model yet, so I think I'm better off going to something I know how it works.
Yeah.
If anyone's watched our battle reports, they will know that I'm not a very good Titanicus player. So going for something big and dumb.
you're saying
generous.
Oh, sorry.
You're
Yes,
generous.
yes. I'm a generous Titanicus player.
Who also purposely gets rules wrong all the time
Correct.
to drive engagement on the channel.
So, it's 5 games. I wanted to go with something that I know how it works and works reasonably well. So it's going to be an Externicus.
Also looks very pretty.
Also looks very pretty. That's the main thing. I don't expect to do very well, but if I get best painted army, that'd be nice. So yes, I'm going with my pretty as well. And Sophie, I can't remember what she's running. She's not running a night household, I know that much.
Yeah, she keeps going, oh, night household would be really cool. And it's like, oh, it sucks. It's like, oh, but what if I did this? And it's like, no, Sophie still sucks.
Yeah.
I hate nights with a passion.
I know.
Rumble.
So that's the tournament we're going to. And then we're running our own tournament. So we are running, what's the name again?
Emergency Shutdown.
Emergency Shutdown.
Good name.
All the other
Good name.
all the other good names are taken. Like Full Stride is a podcast. Splitfire doesn't really work. Charge doesn't really work either. So yeah, Emergency Shutdown. We think it's on brand given our channel's name.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an 1850 3-game tournament. It's going to be in Bristol at Bristol Independent Gaming, what was our local before we moved to Newport.
Yes.
But it's still a local for Sophie. It's good sort of nexus in Bristol.
Mm.
It's going to be on Sunday the 4th of September. We're aiming to have about 24 players. So currently we've got space. We will put a link in the description. If you do want to come down to it, we'd be very grateful. We'd love to meet you. And it should be a good time.
Mm.
I can't wait to have people bring me rules queries, expecting me to have some idea how this game works.
Would be very generous.
Yeah, I'm very generous. But to whom?
I think Soph's definitely running. You're the reserve player if we have an odd number.
Yeah.
and I'm playing unless we have a really weird
Yes.
situation.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that'll be coming up soon. As I said, it'd be really cool to meet any Titanicus players who want to come down for it. Other stuff we're doing for the channel?
You got your third path to glory some point soon, TM.
Yeah, that's been quite well received actually.
Yeah,
Also,
it's done very well.
quite nice just playing something a bit more chill. Path to Glory, it's like Crusade 40k, it's narrative gaming. They're not meant to be fair scenarios, and neither of you are taking it particularly seriously. And yeah, it would be nice to do more narrative stuff. I'd be interested again, now I've got some codexes for 40k, in doing some Crusade stuff.
Yeah, I'd be keen as well.
Yeah.
That'd be very interesting.
Because the Crusade rules for the Knights are really cool.
Are they?
And the Crusade rules for Chaos Space Marines are cool.
I think the ones for Custodes are pretty cool, and so the ones with the Nids.
I remember the other ones being confusing. So I need to read them.
I think for the Chaos ones, it is a mathematical certainty that if you play long enough, your Chaos Lord becomes a spawn. It's not an if, it's a when, which would be a lot of fun. So yes, keen to do some more narrative gaming.
Path to glory coming.
Yes.
Custodes vs Eldar was filmed today.
Yes.
That'll be next week, maybe. When we're at React to Meltdown, maybe.
Yes, depends if you can edit it fast enough.
Yeah, depends if I'll be stuck in the editing mines for a while.
Yes.
Filming Métis later today. See the Direwolf versus some
3 Warlords.
three
My
wolves.
goal is to kill it before it
Is it
activates.
3? Is it?
That's
That'd
next
be
time,
cool.
I guess.
Yeah. I didn't know if you had anything else.
Oh, and a Warhound.
Oh, okay. Absolute Gothic coming soon.
Yes.
Filmed out of an evening at some point.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. Obviously, more 40k. Plus, whatever you guys want. If you want to see, again, as always, if you want to see particular matchups, you want to see us try certain things, let us know. We're more than happy to do so. And yeah, that's it.
That's it.
More content coming soon.
Yeah.
I think with that, we can probably say goodbye. Goodbye.
All right.
Thank you for watching.